What's happening, everybody? Your boy, the Vaslap, is in the building. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I forgot about my side quest. But not today, because today is the start of the FIFA World Cup. 2030 FIFA World Cup. Can we take Uruguay all the way to the end? You guys need to stay around and look at it. Stay around and have a look at it. We've got 3 big matches coming up in this video. Hit subscribe, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. Run that intro. Welcome back, guys. It is side quest time. That's right. Uruguay is in the building. We've got the FIFA World Cup, which incidentally runs alongside the Serie A in Brazil, which we're doing okay. And then I'll speak about Brazil after our World Cup ventures. There could be a point where they do coincide, because I am planning, like I said, coming back for that Copa Libertadores match, which we're taking on Sporting Cristobal, by the way. I think the World Cup will be done by then. I'm hoping it'll be done. It says the World Cup final. Okay, it will be. So it'll be 3 days before the World Cup final. So we'll talk about it then after the World Cup, I guess, in that terms. Today, though, we've got 3 matches. We're taking on New Zealand. We're taking on Nigeria. But first of all, we are going to take on against Denmark. We are ranked 18th in the world. They are ranked 32nd in the world. It is a game that we do desperately need to win. We need to win this game. We need to win all these games. Nigeria is probably going to be our strongest opposition in 12th. I did say, I think, I don't know if it was in the videos or not, but I did say that I feel like Denmark would have been a stronger team. The fact that Nigeria are ranked 12th is going to be a bit of a challenge. And then New Zealand ranked all the way in 87th. We should be winning this game. But we could be in a situation where that game doesn't even matter. Either that we're going to get promoted, or, I mean, if we lose 2 games, then we're done. So that's where we stand. We are taking on Denmark. This is the team that is going to start the match. It has been Carrera in goals. I know Mele was fit, announced that he's coming out of retirement. He got a massive injury, didn't make the World Cup squad. Instead, we've gone with Correa in goals as the number 1 choice. We have Ignacio as well. Hasn't played for us, 33 years old, was the best rated goalkeeper at 709, 37 appearances, 25 saves conceded, 18 clean sheets. He was, on paper, the best one. I've decided to go with Correa, even though he's got a slightly worse record. I just know Correa. He was my goalkeeper at Peñarol, did a good job for us. I feel like we're going with him. Third choice, I mean, don't even bother. Renzo Bacchia. If you remember, if you see him playing, then you know things have gone horribly, horribly wrong. Over on the right-hand side is going to be Jean-Pierre Rosso. He's going to get the nod ahead for this game, mainly on fitness levels. The 33-year-old making it into the Uruguayan squad. Federico Pereira is probably going to be my first choice right back, but he's not currently 100% fit. He did have a small knock in pre-season, well, I want to say pre-season, in the pre-games against England. We did lose that game 2-1. We did have a sending off as well. Luckily, the sending offs don't count for World Cup, which is great. It's just for friendly games. Over on the left-hand side, Mateus Oliveira is our main man on that left-hand side. The 32-year-old has been absolutely insanely good for us. And then we do have Joaquin Piqueres, who's probably going to be the main backup one at 31 years old. I do also have a secret weapon in Valentin Rodriguez. I love this guy. He looks so good, and I don't know how I didn't spot him earlier, but he is good. And you know what? He's a former Peñarol guy, 2025. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Peñarol is coming all through. Yeah, I mean, we made them the strongest team in Uruguay. Centre-backs, I mean, tried and tested. Boselli and Arajo are there. Caracas is made in there. Anthony Garcia, probably the newest member of the back 4. Played 2 games for us. Has played fairly well. We had a friendly against, I think it was Turkey. Tunisia, where I called him up to get his first cap. Played against Senegal in our warm-up match as well. Fantastic little prospect. Midfield, unchanged in Valverde and Ugarte, our 2 main focuses in the midfield. We do have Helguera, who also recently came into the first team. 24-year-old, looks like a major player. Standard Liège, he's been doing so well in Belgium. He had some interest in him from big European teams. Ricardo Torres will be one of the guys helping in that midfield, can also play as attacking midfielder. We know all about Torres, fantastic little thing. And then Diaz, our third choice in that midfield. I like Fabrício Diaz. He's a good player, good solid call upon for us. It was very weird. It said that he got his first ever cap, but he's played 26 games for us. I don't know why I got the notification that he's delighted for his first ever cap for us during the warm-ups. Up front, attacking midfielders, we're going to go Duarte as one of them on the right-hand side. Anderson Duarte become basically a regular in my squads. He's been absolutely fantastic. And then new boy, Bonilla. Remember him from Penarol days? We're going to play him as an attacking midfielder for this game particularly. We'll move into the striking role later on as a backup option. And the reason I'm doing it is because Palacios has been on poor form. So I'm just going to give Bonilla a bit of a run in there. He is the backup option. Alongside him, Rodrigo Zalzar, who could also be in the midfield position to be that backup option. We then also do have Leonardo Fernandez, who's maybe a third option that we can bring in there. Also bring him on as a striker, could easily work for us. Speaking of strikers, Darwin Núñez, Lucas Santos, of course, are always going to be my top two guys. I do have the likes of Diego Rossi, who can fit in there, also fit in the attacking midfielder role as well. I like the look of the 32-year-old, recently called back into the Uruguayan squad after impressive performances. And then Luciano Rodriguez has basically been the understudy to Darwin Núñez throughout my tenure in the club. That's the team. Let's take on Denmark. We're in Turkey for the World Cup. It's our first game. It's my first taste of World Cup action as Uruguay coach. It is the side quest for the South American tour. We pick up the action 10 minutes in with a throw-in to us. Valverde trying to bring it into the box. Duarte, who has scored so many from that position, smashes it across the upright. We do know that Nigeria have beaten New Zealand 2-0 in the first game of the group. Valverde, of course, we want to start off with a victory. Rosso bringing it to Duarte. Brings it across to Oliveira. Running it in, looking for Santos. Couldn't find him. Gets the header in there to prevent them from hitting a counterattack. Boselli to Valverde. Ugarte. Duarte. Across to Oliveira. Oliveira looking for options in the box. Finds Ugarte on the edge of it and hits the crossbar again. Second time we've hit that crossbar. And it's looking like it's going to be one of those games, isn't it? Where we're just going to hit that woodwork so often. They've got a free kick now, and they go for it just over the top of Correa's goal. Well, halftime is here. It is 0-0. I want to say we've been the better team, but it's been pretty much even Stevens. The XG says a lot. It's been a very much midfield battle. I'm not going to make any drastic changes at the halftime break. I'm just going to yell at the team, tell them they're not doing well. They need to do a little bit better. I am looking at the heat maps. It's been very much a midfield battle. Their flat back 7 that they've got here is so annoying. I hate this tactic. I really do. It's so difficult to break down. Boselli, Ugarte, Duarte goes across to Rosso. Been a bit quiet in this game. On the wing back on support. Cuts it low. It's found Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez with the goal. Playing over in Saudi. And the man, the myth, the legend himself scores our first World Cup goal. And it was a beautiful ball from Rosso. Smart move from Duarte to let it run for Darwin. Jorgensen couldn't save it. Uruguay are 1-0 up in a World Cup. Long kick from Jorgensen. Gives it away. I was looking for Højlund, but he's not that tall or not that quick. Oliveira, though, is quick. Santos, Ugarte, Duarte. Beautiful ball in for Darwin. Gets tackled in the box. That's going to be a penalty. No doubt about that. That is a pen. It's going to be 2, hopefully. It's going to be 2, hopefully. It is going to be Darwin Núñez stepping up. He is our penalty kick taker. Did score 1 penalty in the warm-ups as well, by the way, against Greece. And he does it again. Darwin Núñez 2-0 up. And a goal difference will be very important in this one, especially if both us and Nigeria both come away with 6 points. it could be all that important, not just Nigeria, maybe Denmark. Maybe they upset Nigeria and get against New Zealand. Even New Zealand, guys, even New Zealand, they could still actually come in with 6 points. You never know how this World Cup goes. It's sometimes underdogs get in there. Christensen now for Denmark, bringing it forward. Holberg takes a long-range shot, goes wide of the post. Correa, I feel like he had that covered. We're going to make some swaps. Bonilla is looking absolutely tired outside. We're going to take him off. And I am going to bring on Rossi to play there as the advanced attacking midfield on support. Also, Santos isn't playing great. Let's bring on Fernandez to play up there. Can play up. They're not great, but he can play up there. We can also just push Duarte up front, actually, and do that. That could actually work much better. Let's do just those two swaps for now. Everybody else is looking like they're having a good game. Nothing too crazy. We should be fine. You know what? I want to show you my secret weapon in Rodriguez. Let's bring him on as well. Right, Rodriguez, our new substitute coming in. Boselli to Ugarte. Rossi trying to bring it up forward for Duarte. Links up with the fellow Fernandez. Darwin Núñez couldn't get the shot in. Good defending, preventing Núñez from getting his hat-trick. Fernandez with the corner. Goes short to Duarte. Looking for the back post for, or middle post, in the middle rather for Núñez. Hungry for his hat-trick is Darwin. Hungry for his hat-trick. Going to make one more sub there. Ugarte's legs are absolutely burnt out on the yellow card. Not happy about that. We can bring in Helguera just to satisfy the need for seeing some of the newer faces, even though Helguera doesn't have a face in the game. I don't know why. Not just too lazy to fix that, I guess. Christensen trying to bring into the near post for Denmark. Trying to get something out of this one. Maybe just... Oh, that is just unlucky for us and lucky for them. That is one of those annoying goals, because the initial strike was blocked from Nelson. He came off his own man and it just ricocheted off our defender, and then it just fell back into the same guy's path. Wind picked up the goal. They're going more attacking now for the last few minutes, hunting for that second goal. I mean, I'll take a 2-1 win. I'll take it. It's not the result that I was hoping for. I was hoping for a much bigger win, but 2-1, we'll take it. We've got Nigeria in just a few days' time. Don't go anywhere. That's coming up now. Right, we're back for the Nigerian game. And two substitutes coming into this one. Pereira coming in for the tired legs of Rosso. And Bonilla on 78% is going to be dropped for Palacios. The rest are pretty low, but the way I see it, we win this game, we through to the next round, we can play a bit of a rotated team for the New Zealand game, give everybody else a bit of a rest, give those that wouldn't have the opportunity to actually play, and basically do a full rotate. That is the idea that I'm hoping for, and it is one that I'm putting all my eggs in a basket, I guess, for, because if we don't come away with a victory, then the New Zealand game becomes all that more important for us to win, and to win comfortably in that one. Anyway, we're taking on Nigeria. It's a big one. They beat New Zealand 2-0 in their game. They are ranked higher than us in the world rankings. Let's go and cause an upset. I mean, I didn't even get ready to just start talking, and there's a kickoff highlight for Nigeria. Usman for them. Bassi goes back to... I'm trying to pronounce some of these Nigerian names. I don't want to be caught out, but Valverde there picks it up nicely in the midfield. Palacios over the top looking for Darwin. Ugarte, he's going to cut it inside. Ugarte, that was just a horrible shot from Ugarte. He's been quite a pillar for us in that midfield. Not known for his shooting prowess, though, I'll give him that. Oliveira, who had a very good game, brings it across. Darwin Núñez absolutely smashes it wide, and we've started brightly. We just need to be hitting the target instead of shooting wide or over for Darwin and Ugarte specifically. One thing I will say is that Santos has been very quiet. He was in the build-up for the World Cups. He was very, very instrumental for us. He was our second top goal scorer, having come in only for the last 4 or 5 games. They've given the ball away. Boniface! It was a great save from Correa. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Osei Samuel to the back post looking for Bassi. Onayeka. And that was it. All right. I was talking about Santos. Second top goal scorer. Only came in for the last like 5 games in the World Cup. And really set Uruguay on fire with us. Him and Nunes had an amazing partnership in this sort of box formation. And to be honest, he's been a bit quiet in the last few games. Even the friendlies that we had, the build-up with against Greece, Senegal, and England, didn't set the world on fire. Let's put it like that. Araujo, Pereira, who's come back in to replace tired legs of Rosso. Ugarte to Valverde. Gives it away to Boniface, and Valverde wins it back. That is the commitment of the captain. Araujo will step up. Looking for Boselli Oliveira. We're playing it in the back. Valverde again. Gave it away last time. This time goes over the top to Santos. He gets tackled in the box. It's going to be a penalty. VAR is getting into it. Ref, go look at the TV. Come on, I'm sure that was a foul. Don't have to bother with VAR. It's going to be given. Darwin Nunes, we saw him score a penalty in the first game against Denmark. Is he going to make it 2 from 2? He is going to make it 2 from 2. Darwin Nunes, 3rd goal of the competition. And we are flying high. The Uruguayan sun is absolutely shining, as bright as anything. This is important. This is a very important fixture for us. Because as it stands, if the game had to end right now, we qualify for the next round in the FIFA World Cup. We go to that next important round. As we approach half-time, we're doing good. We're doing good. No subs at half-time. Coming back for that second half. Second half, I mean, first half started with a highlight. 1 minute into this half, we started with a throw-in for Nigeria. And they've given the ball away. Ugarte brings it forward to Santos. Nunes well offside there, but he's come back in. Santos bringing it forward. Santos! I mean, that's the first real time we've seen Santos come into this game. Palacios, haven't seen much of him in this game. Araujo, though, he gets his goal. It's 2. Araujo is there. The vice captain steps up and puts it in the back of the net. Palacios corner. Araujo, I mean, when he's jumping and he's towering, very few people are going to catch him. That is absolutely brilliant to see. Leading by example from the back. That's what you love to see. 2-0 up. We're doing all right, guys. We're doing all right. Let's make some swaps. Duarte is looking super tired out there. We'll give him a little bit of a rest. We'll bring in, let's bring in Torres to play in there. Elsewhere, Valverde is also looking tired, actually. Zalazar is going to come play as the central midfielder. Ugarte is also looking a little bit tired. We're going to bring on Diaz to play in there. And you know what? Santos is looking tired. I'm going to give Bonilla a bit of a run up front. I know he's not 100% fit. Bonelli's also looking very tired and on the yellow. You know what? Garcia. We haven't seen much of Garcia. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. 5 swaps. Why not? We're winning 2-0. We're doing well. Osai Samuel going for the corner. Correa picks that up ever so elegantly. And maybe we can start something off from the back here. Pereira. Araujo. Goes to Zalazar. Across to Correa. Araujo. This is nice. This is a long highlight. Araujo. Pereira. I hate it when we play it a little bit like this because it almost feels like a misplaced pass is coming. Zalazar, it was almost there. Palacios, beautiful ball for Darwin. Bonilla to Torres! Easily could have been 3. Easily could have been 3 there. Bassi now for Nigeria, trying to do something. Nigeria. Orban is through. Gift Orban puts in the back of the net. Referee thinks that might be offside. I think it was offside. I don't, but they're celebrating. It's going to be a goal. When they run away with the ball like that, you absolutely know it's going to be a goal. They were 10 men at this one as well. Gift came in. He was definitely onside. Looking at that again, 100% offside. They've pulled one back. Maybe my subs were a bit premature. I felt like they weren't really in this game. I know they've taken a lot of shots, and so have we, but I feel like we had the better opportunities. There's now a throw-in for us deep in our half. Araujo playing around the back a little bit. I don't like this. Correa to Oliveira. Good ball to Salazar. Torres has bodies up front, and one of them is Palacios, who doesn't make the run. Osai Samuels gets a tackle, but he can't follow up. Diaz brings it forward. Diaz with the shot. This time, Nwosu makes a great little save there from Diaz. Got to watch Araju. He's lurking. He's lurking. He's lurking! And he hits the crossbar this time again. Our big centre back. Absolutely almost got that header in. It's a bit nervy for these last few minutes. A little bit nervy for my liking. Looking at that clock. There's 2 minutes left. We've got the ball. Okay, Bonilla. Palacios. Anything can change. Darwin. Back to Palacios. Palacios just ran right through. The Nigerian defense just absolutely slept there and forced a save out of the goalie. Zalazar looking for the corner. Calling for the near one. Calling. What is he calling for? Going long instead, and Nwosu read him like an absolute book. And I think that is going to be it. We're through to the next round, ladies and gents. We are through to the next round. Absolutely brilliant for us. We've booked our spot in the next round. I'm still going to do the New Zealand game. You guys can see the rotated squad. It'll probably be a lot less highlights, or maybe more highlights because it might be more goals. Either way, we're going to do that match. I want to give you guys a little bit more World Cup feel in this one. So we'll be back for the New Zealand game. Right, guys, we're back for the New Zealand game. We're playing a fully rotated squad. All 11 players are changed. De Aruabarena in goals. Rosso, Caceres, Garcia, Piqueres, Guerra, Zalazar, Rossi, Torres, Rodriguez, and Bonilla up front. We're giving the rest of the squad a rest. Expect me to make a sub. Renzo, I might bring him in. So if we do win the World Cup, then he gets a medal at least, because then he can say he's played in a World Cup game. So that might happen. We'll see. Let's take on the mighty, mighty New Zealand. And we kick off the action with a corner from Zalazar. Going short to Torres. Back post. Garcia with the shot. And it's a save from the New Zealand goalkeeper. Piqueres with the throw-in. Bonilla, Zalazar, Alguera. Rossi with the shot. Diego Rossi with the goal. Setting the motions good now. 1-0 against New Zealand. Absolutely brilliant. Like I said, this match is really just for us to see the reserves, see how the other half do in Uruguay. Guys that you probably won't get to see much on camera today. Denmark, Nigeria going off at the same time as us as well. So that is more of an interesting game. If you were a neutral fan watching the World Cup, you'd rather watch Denmark, Nigeria than watch this game, because that is a bit more important. But you would miss opportunities like that from Bonilla. Putting out a good save in the New Zealanders' goal. Corner now. Garcia looking in. Anthony Garcia, in his first World Cup game, scores a cracker of a goal. Excuse me, second came on as a sub in Denmark. But his first start in a Uruguayan shirt puts the ball in the back of the net. Actually, he played in the warm-up games. But it's his first goal for Uruguay in the 18-year-old centre-back. I think he's actually 20. Zalazar looking for a short corner to Torres. Bonilla back to Zalazar. And smashes it at Paulson, and he puts up a good save. And I feel like it's pretty much this is what we're going to be getting for the entire game. Zalazar again, this time looking for, can't see who that was, number 10 by the looks of it, 20, maybe Alguera. Zalazar again, this time looking for Garcia, and he can't get the header down again to get his second of the game. But they do have an opportunity for another opportunity. Perez goes short to Garcia, looking for Rodriguez on the back post. Luciano Rodriguez puts it in. This one might be offside, but it's nice to see that we are firing on all cylinders, I think. And oh, it's going to count. Here we go, 3-0 up, 28 minutes. You absolutely love to see it. Nice little cross here from Garcia and Rodriguez. I mean, he was free and open on that back post. Terrible defending from the New Zealanders. We don't need to see the highlights. We can skip the goal highlights because I feel like there might be a little bit too many this game. Torres Zalazar. Singh gets it back for them and then just bobbling around in the defense. Anywhere will do at this point for New Zealand. There was no real attempt to get the ball forward. Garcia can take his time, pick his men. Piqueres finding Torres beautifully. Torres gets pulled back. I think that was just outside the box. I don't think that was a pen. I don't think that's a pen. If it is a penalty, we'll be very lucky there, yeah. Don't think it was a penalty, but it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position, and it is going to result in a highlight. Keep an eye out for Aguero on the... Okay, never mind. Don't keep an eye out for anybody. Zalazar hits the wall. And he's got the corner now. Goes for the back post to Piqueres. I mean, Piqueres is not known for his jumping ability and headering ability. But Zalazar, it feels like he wants that goal. He is desperate for that goal. He really is. Brown now. And now they're bringing for Tuloma. Hall for New Zealand. They've got some bodies forward. This is their first real attack. Jones. Bell to Levi. Pulls it back. Levi Clark. That is a good finish. That is a very, very good finish. And a little bit annoyed that we couldn't keep a clean sheet. De Arubarane on his debut. Feeling like he should have done a little bit better. I mean, that was poor. It was actually very poor goalkeeping. Not even going to lie. Not going to lie. Denmark, though, absolutely destroying Nigeria at the moment. 2-0. Piqueres to Elguera. Piqueres. Rosso. Brings it across to Rossi. Rossi dances and darts through into the box. Takes the shot. The goalkeepers kept them alive. I mean, if it wasn't for their goalkeeper right now, they could have easily been down 4-5, 6-0, or 6-1, I guess. Rosso. Bringing it forward. Absolutely destroying them on that right-hand side. Piqueres with, I mean, one of the weakest shots I've seen in quite some time. It wasn't a great shot. Rosso. Looking for options. Finds Piqueres. He's got Rosso ahead of him. Decides to go to Elguera. Zalazar. Torres. Bonilla. Back to Zalazar. Elguera. Rosso's got some men in the box. One of them is Diego Rossi. And that's Diego Rossi's second of the game. Absolutely having a screamer in that midfield. And maybe making a shout that maybe he should start ahead of Duarte. And maybe Palacios and Duarte need to start worrying about their positions a little bit more in this one. There we go. Like I said at halftime, I am going to bring on the goalkeeper. We're going to give Bakia his debut just to give him some run. That's the swap I'm making. We'll see you in the second half. All right, beginning our first taste of the second half. It is Rosso bringing it forward, trying to find Rossi through a lot of bodies. Not the best pass. But Torres has won it back. Bonilla from long range just put it in the back of the net. What a strike. What a strike from the striker. Bonilla. I mean, if you're going to score your first ever World Cup goal, that is how you do it. That is absolutely how you do it. Torres to Bonilla, and what a smashing shot. I think that might be his first goal for Uruguay, actually. I'm going to double check this. Bonilla. Did he score in one of the preseason games? He must have scored in the preseason game. Played 4, scored 2. Okay. He must have played in one of the preseason games. But, I mean, that is his first World Cup goal. Can't take that away from him. That was absolutely brilliant to see. Let's make some swaps. Just some tied legs on there. We want to save some guys. Elguera on a yellow. We can take him off. Going to bring on Diaz to play there. Elsewhere, Torres looking a little bit tired. Fernandez come in there. You know what? The rest is looking good. The rest is looking good. Do we give Olivero? How about Rodriguez? Let's give Rodriguez a bit of a run as well. Being a bit of a super sub in this one. Nice just to test out combinations, I guess, at this point. We can have the looks of like Zalazar and Diaz and see how Fernandez and Rossi play. Rodriguez on that wing. Here he is, Rodriguez. Finds Fernandez. Zalazar trying to bring it in. Diaz now. Beautiful ball in for Rodrigo. Luciano Rodriguez. Is that going to be his second or is that offside? His first one was scrutinized. His second one is going to be scrutinized. And his second one is not going to count. We don't need to see the highlights. We don't need to see highlights. Let's just get to the end of this game because it's been an absolutely drumming for New Zealand. They've had one shot on target and that's their goal. Still annoys me a little bit. By the way, Nigeria have pulled it back. They are 3-2 ahead in that game. Sing now, looking for their goal scorer in Levi. Rodriguez gets it away. Fernandez. I mean, that was a fine strike indeed. Great save. I was about to say Fernandez is going to break away with it, but it fell perfectly. I couldn't see who took that strike, but that was a great save, by the way, from back here. And I suppose Baccia, because he's Italian Uruguayan, so maybe Baccia. But I mean, that's a statement to make that you saved that ahead of your counterpart who's 33 years old. Just putting it out there. It is going to end the game, though. It is going to be 5-1 for us. We have booked our spot in that next round, which, of course, will be the next video. And then just to confirm, Nigeria did go on to beat Denmark 3-2, which does mean Denmark could be out of the World Cup. There is a best third qualifier. I think the top third places get a shot for the next round, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, when we come back, you'll find out who we're taking on in the next round of the World Cup. We don't know yet, but we'll find out in a minute. Well, not in a minute, I suppose, when the next video comes out. But we'll see you guys then. An absolutely brilliant start to the FIFA World Cup. 3 wins from 3 into the next round. Who do we take on in the next round of the FIFA World Cup? Tune in next episode to find out who we take on. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.